Yeah, that is my first time in flight, and initially I was so nervous that I'm leaving my family. And the other thing is, after starting my journey, like I, so many things like both emotional and all those stuffs came in my mind. I haven't enjoyed my first flight. Like
How long? How
my
long the
flight was
journey took
from
you?
I think it was around 32 hours because it was
32
in the
hours.
peak time in the December because I didn't get a like straight connection flight, so I had to delay and I have like 4 to 6 hours layovers in airports.
So
So it
it
was
was
around like 30 to
not
32.
direct, it was direct, it wasn't directly from India to Canada, right? So transit.
Yeah, I have transit to like Frankfurt to Calgary. So I stayed there in Calgary for a week and then I went after that to my university.
Okay, okay. Um, so once you landed in Canada, how about the supports given by the university? Did any staffs from the university came to receive you, or did your relatives come to receive you? What did you do after landing in Canada?
So I landed in Calgary. Once you landed, you will be doing some immigration process. You have to show the immigration officers about your stay and your offer letter. And if you have a funding, you can show the funding letter or else some financial background that you are able to stay in Canada for a period of 2 years.
Mhm.
So after that, since I was staying in Calgary for a week, I have somebody there to just guide me. That is my relatives. After that, my I just after a week I took flight and went to my university. And according to my university, it all depends with the professors because if the professor is okay, they'll come and pick you. For in my case, my professor didn't show up. I asked help from my senior to pick me up.
Okay, so she came to receive you, right?
Yeah, my senior came to receive me, and for my other friends, their professor came directly and they helped them for the initial process, and they just help them to, find their residence and all that. It depends upon your professors
Supervisors, maybe
completely, I would
supervisors
say.
more at the time.
Yeah, university is totally different. University won't take care of you. You just have to take care of yourself because you're just bonded to your professors, not to the
Mhm.
university.
Yeah, it depends. It depends because some universities, some Australian universities, especially those who are doing this one, not research mode, I mean the coursework mode, universities send the
Okay.
staffs to pick up the students from the, because they are paying to
Okay.
the university, right?
Okay,
Okay,
that's nice.
so initially, where did you stay? In the hostels or with your relatives or with your friends? How did you find the hostel? Could you explain?
Yeah, sure. So when I start the process, they sent me the link for residence like application. So if you want to stay in the university residence, you can just apply beforehand before you go from here because they do have deadlines for their applications to book their rooms. So it's your wish to stay outside and or in the inside the university.
Okay, but the university or the supervisor, they don't take care about your payments for your stays and all, right? It's all up to you.
No. Yeah.
Okay. So, how about the fees? Because you are a research mode student, so you don't need to pay to the university, right? Or you have to pay to the supervisor. How the payment system works, and if you are okay, can you
So
tell us about the course and all?
sure, like I would like to tell about the fee structure completely. For masters and PhD students who are doing research, personally, I paid like we have three complete terms. We need to pay the fees for three full terms. So For a single term, it's like around 90,000, maybe around 1 lakh. We can just round it up for
90,000
Indian
what?
currency.
Canadian dollars
So,
or Indian rupees?
no, Indian currency. Yeah.
Indian currency. Okay.
So
You,
for a year,
so
you might
totally you are
be
paying only
getting
half of
around
the
3
amount, right?
lakhs.
The balance will be paid by your supervisor.
So, like we have to pay the fees by ourselves. The funding will be like deposited to your account monthly. It doesn't show any like they won't pay you. They'll just direct you the money to your bank account, and
Mhm.
it's all about you. You can pay and use this money for your fees, or you can, if you have an education loan, you can just pay your fees from there and use this for your expenses over in Canada. So it all depend upon you. The money will be like deposited in your account. It all depends on you, like if you are using for expenses or for just paying the fees.
Okay. So initially, you have to pay around 90, between 90 to 1 lakh, right? Indian rupees
Yeah, for one term.
for one term. So likewise, you have to pay
Yeah,
3 times.
yeah, 3 times.
Okay. So for example, in the initial first term, if you pay 90,000, how much will you get deposited in your account?
So about the scholarship you're talking about.
Yeah, scholarship.
So it depends upon the professors. Or not all professors will pay you the same amount. My professor did give me half of the fees, and for example, my seniors got full funding.
Oh,
So
really?
it's all depend upon your professors and their availability of funds. If
Mhm.
they don't have enough funds to support you, they'll just cut it off.
Okay, okay, okay. Anyhow, you got half of it, right? That's great.
Yeah, that's great. Really,
Okay,
it helped me a lot.
yeah. So, mm, since you are paying your own expenses, did you do any part-time jobs in Canada?
Yes, as I said before, I did part-time job in Walmart. It's a grocery store, and even in clothing store like Banana Republic. I worked there
Mhm.
until I finished my masters. I did my part-time job and supported for my expenses.
Okay, okay, okay. How did you balance your work life and your educational life while in Canada? Because you are studying and you are working in the other hand, how did you manage?
So, in Canada, for full-time student, you should not work more than 20 hours
Mm-hmm.
because it should not affect your studies. So the government has fixed this as legal. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't, if you're working as a part-time and you're a student, uh, you should only work 20 hours. So you can just manage, you can just work in the weekends and any weekdays in the evening, and for the whole day in the morning and afternoon, you can utilize your universities because most of the classes won't be in the evening. So you can just go to your part time in the evening or else in the weekends. It's not
Okay.
mandatory that you should work for 20 hours. You can just take around 13 or 15 hours, depend upon the capability and the money you wanted.
Mhm. So most of your classes will be taken from morning till evening, right?
Yeah, as a research student, I just have to take 4 courses throughout my program. So
Mm-hmm.
I just did coursework for 2 terms, and remaining was my research. Research is totally lab. We can go whenever we want it because the research is all I'm going to do it for full. No one is going to come there, so it's upon depend upon us. I sometimes work during weekdays when I don't have any work or I don't have any space in the lab. If some students are working in the lab and I work in the lab during the weekends, so it's our wish to switch.
Okay, okay. So the timetable is very convenient to you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Um, what are the courses you
And
study?
I would like to tell about the work in campus, like on campus part time jobs.
Mm-hmm.
We do have like on campus part-time jobs. Even students who are interested in part-time, they can just search in the university website, so they'll just get your part-time work within the university campus, so that it will be easy for them. They don't have to commute in the winter. It won't be that difficult. Like me, my store was like around, I have to take a bus to go to the store where I did my part-time. So people who are trying to get into my university, I'll advise them to just start looking for a part-time on campus in the website. So you'll get a lot of things now.
So you mean students can get the jobs inside the campus premises, right?
Inside the university, yeah. They will have a lot of stores, and even in libraries. Even you can do TA. TA is nothing but teaching assistant. You can just work under any professors. You can just take over a lab or any other classes, and you can just teach the students like bachelor students. It is also kind of part time, which you can support yourself.
Oh, great. That's really great, right? How about the payments
Yeah.
for the part-time students or for you, for the types of students who did their master's or PhD like yourself?
So the pay is basic pay if you go and work outside the university, but if you work on campus, then you will be getting paid more, like even more. Not a basic pay, maybe around like $15 to $20
Per
per
hour.
hour.
Okay, so you mean inside the campus they pay more?
More, yeah.
Okay, but once you go out to get a job, I mean, how much you get?
So, in my case, the basic pay for the province I was there, like Saskatchewan, was $11 per hour.
Mhm.
So I got $11 per hours. So it depends upon the provinces you are staying. Like they have some payment, basic pay rules. So
Mhm.
you'll get the basic
Okay,
pay.
okay, okay. So, since we are doing many consultations to the students throughout our
Yeah.
company in order to go abroad, or they get so many confusions how to apply for a master's or PhD, whatever, we do a consultations, right? The majority question we get from the students, how we can get the assurity that we will get a part-time job in the foreign country. So how is that possible? Is it an easy procedure once they landed in the country, how they can apply for a job? I mean, while studying, they have to do some kind of a job, I mean, part-time job in order to support themselves, right? All the
Yeah.
students, they can get it, or only a few students get a job?
So in my case, most of the students will get it because it's a basic pay. And also we do have a lot of stores in and around the university. It's a busy area. So most of the people go to part-time job and they recruit all the time. So it's like easy process, but you have to take time. If no one is responding you when you apply online, you can just go like in person to the store. You can talk to the manager. You can tell your situation and you can drop the resume.
Mhm.
So you can just you have to take some effort that you need a part-time job, and it is an easy process.
So in order to get a part-time job, do you have to approach the stores all by alone, or you can apply online and get a job?
Most of the stores, like most of the clothing stores I have seen have some online regulations that they don't take resume in person. So it depends upon the store. Personally, I apply online first, and then I'll approach the like manager, and I'll say I have also applied online. So if you want to me to drop my resume in person, I can just drop you my resume. Both some of the stores will get the resume, and after that they might review because they are not active online. Some stores will be active online, so it's depend upon the stores. If you're going there, they'll get an idea when they search in the Google.
Mhm. Okay, while you are outside from the university, this is going to be a very sensitive question because since we are talking Canada especially, we have so many Canadian contacts and we have some students or we have some professionals who complained that they have some racism issues. Did you feel any such an
Okay.
issue by yourself? Is it true?